Welcome back. Hi everyone, how are you students? I know few of the papers went little tough and this is a new pattern of question paper for Karnataka board second PUC examination. It's okay. The happened paper you cannot change anything over there, isn't it? So can you read in 2 to 3 days and top the exam by scoring 70 on 70? Is this a question coming in to your mind? Few of you have messaged me and few of you have commented me by some of the papers went little tough and some mistakes you have done. It's okay. The one paper which already got finished, you cannot change anything over there, isn't it? So what you can do, you put your more focus in the next upcoming exam so that you don't lose even a single mark to out of out, isn't it? So a few of the students have asked me, ma'am, can we score out of out in just reading day before exam and the last 2 to 3 days of your exam? Yes, you can top the exam by scoring 70 on 70 in biology if you study like this. Today in this video, I have brought you the study planner, how you can plan your days well in advance and you can ace the exam. I know some people think that if you sit to plan and if you make the checklist, it's just a mere waste of time. But you ask me, it's my own experience. Even in my study days, in the college days, I used to prepare a study timetable and I used to stick to it. Whatever happened, I never used to skip the timetable what I had made for myself. If you want to score 70 on 70 in last 2 to 3 days studies, stay tuned for this entire video and you will come to know. Before deciding that you have to score 70 on 70, make sure you have to promise me one thing. You should stay in study bubble. So you can ask me, ma'am, what is meant by study bubble? Study bubble in the sense in the last 2 to 3 days, you will be just thinking biology. You will be just focusing what you are studying and how you are studying. And you have to cut down your social life for 3 days. Okay. So you don't call a friend and ask how much you studied. I studied this. What did you study? Don't do that. Because what happens, if you are studying one portion of the textbook and your friend will be studying other portion of the textbook, you may feel little low by listening, oh my god, he or she already finished the chapter and still I am stuck with the chapter 2 or chapter 1. So that inferiority complex will going to build for you if you keep a connection with the other students, isn't it? So don't do that. The first thing you have to do is stay in study bubble. So if you promise me that you will be staying in the study bubble, then continue watching this video. I'll be giving the schedule planner or the study planner for the last 3 days, how you can plan wisely and you can ace the exam. If you're a student whose second language is Kannada, the subject is already over for you, isn't it? And if the students are having Tamil, Sanskrit, Telugu, Malayalam, other second languages, you will be having only 2.5 days. Those who are not having the next second language exam soon after chemistry exam, you will be having 3.5 days students, isn't it? So after chemistry exam, the next exam will be biology exam. 14th will be your chemistry exam. You finish the exam, come home, get settled, have lunch and get relaxed and sit to study by 4 p.m. So those students who are having the biology exam after the chemistry exam, you will be left with 3.5 days. That is 14th day half day, 15th full day, 16th full day and 17th full day. That is totally 3.5 days left. For that, I'll be giving a plan. So how you can Divide the days into chunk and bits and study organized way. So from 14th, if you sit to study, you can revise your entire biology syllabus 3 times. Okay. So in the first revision, you will be studying each chapter 50 minutes. So 50 minutes study session you have to study. The first revision will be for 50 minutes for the entire chapter. The second and third revision you will be having half an hour session. So you have to read half an hour each chapter, that is total 16 chapters are there. So each of the session you will be having 16 chapters you will be reading with the 30 minutes. Okay. So totally first revision session will be for 50 minutes. Second and third will be having half an hour revision session, that is 2 times. So 1, 2, 3. So totally you can revise your biology syllabus 3 full times. After chemistry exam, for the biology exam, you will be left with 3.5 days if you don't have any second languages on the 15th March. So for 14th March you will be getting half day and you will be getting full days of 15th, then 16th and 17th March. That is complete 3 full days you will be getting to study. If you have second language on 15th March 2023, you will be having only 2.5 days left for your biology exam. That is 15th March after second language you will be having half day. That is 50-minute session you can study. Then 16 and 17 full complete day you will be getting for half an hour sessions for 2 revisions. Study planner for last 3.5 days to biology exam for scoring 70 on 70. Students, assuming that your chemistry exam is done on 14th March and in the consecutive day you are not having any second language. So at that moment you will be starting your studies from 14th March Tuesday. Okay, you are done with your chemistry exam. You will come back home, have your lunch, get relaxed, settle down and start your study session from 4 p.m. Okay, on this particular day you will be having 50 minutes study sessions. In between 10 minutes break you will be having. What you are supposed to study in this particular study session? You will be referring your notes. I have given the serial number. So totally you will be getting 8 study sessions before the end of the day. After your dinner you will be having 4 study session and before the dinner you will be having 4 study session, each of 50 minutes. In each 50-minute session, you will be studying one chapter from your notes. I am not giving any chapter name here because for few students, particular chapter is difficult and another chapter will be easy. The key for success here is in this first revision, you will be concentrating the difficult questions upon easy question, because easy questions, even if you are not giving more time, you already know those questions, isn't it? Even if you skip to revise that, you can able to produce the answer in the examination. That is why in this particular session you will be concentrating only from difficult chapters to easy chapters. So you jot down which chapter is difficult and also which chapter has more weightage. You refer the blueprint for the examination. So you will be having the study slots of 4 to 4:50 p.m., 5 to 5:50 p.m., 6 to 6:50 p.m., 7 to 7:50 p.m. 4 study sessions of 50 minutes each, and after dinner, that is you will be having dinner from 7:50 to 8:20 p.m. So 8:20 to 10 p.m. you will be having your 4 study sessions of 50 minutes, thinking that in this time slot you are able to finish half of your syllabus in your notes. So that is the target of the day. After 12:10 p.m. you go to bed, sleep smoothly, sleep peacefully for 6 hours. And in the next morning, 15th March 2023, that is Wednesday, you finish off your early morning routine, whatever you have, get fresh, meditate and sit down to study by 6:30 a.m. So before your bath and breakfast, you will be getting 2 study sessions, so you can finish 2 chapters from your notes. Then 9 to 12:50 p.m. after your breakfast, you will be getting 4 study sessions of 50 minutes each, by which you have to finish the remaining chapters from your notes. By the end of 12:50 p.m. you need to finish off your notes revision, and then you have to start your NCERT textbook revision post lunch. Okay, so your lunch time will be from 12:50 to 1:30. In between that you have to have your lunch, then you relax or take a nap, whatever you have to do in those slots. So once you are done with your lunch, you will be having half an hour study sessions. You will be getting the end of the day 16 study sessions of 30 minutes each, so that you can devote each of the session for one chapter at a time. So here you will be getting before the snack 4 study session, after the snack and before dinner you will be getting 7 study session. I have given the timing slot. So here after the dinner again you will be getting 5 sessions which you have to complete 16 chapters. That is, before the dinner only you will be completing 11 chapters, and after dinner you will be having 5 study sessions in which you will be completing your NCERT textbook revision. So I have given half an hour extra margin, that is 11:25 to 12:05 a.m. So you can either revise your diagrams, or you can go through your schematic representation, genotypic phenotypic ratio, Mendel's first law, Mendel's second law, monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, then sex determination. All those schematic representation you can practice over here and sleep before going to sleep. Why you have to look after the schematic representation and all? Because it will be absorbed in your mind when you sleep. That is why you have to go through with all these things, quick revision, and then you go to bed. Then on 16th March, once again you will be getting up at 6:10 a.m., finish off your early morning routine, then sit back to study by 6:30 a.m. Before breakfast you will be getting 1 hour 50 minute sessions. That is, if you take a break of 10 minutes, or you can start reading for 2 hour complete stretch, where you will be studying definition and terminologies. Then finish off your bath and breakfast and other daily routine. Then sit to study by 9, and you will be getting 50 minute study sessions in which you will be reading 5-mark questions either from your notes or from textbook. You keep handy both the textbook and notes near you, so that if you get any doubts you can refer the textbook. So post lunch, once again you will be having your NCERT revision. Again you are having 16 study sessions, same as previous day. Okay, so this you have to continue. Then 17th March, that is day before the biology examination. So what you are supposed to do, the timing slot is the same, because you get used to, you stick to the timetable, have not changed any timing slot here, so it will be easy to get habited. So before breakfast you will be having 1 mark terminologies and definitions, everything you will study. And after your breakfast, once again you will pay attention for part D section, that is 5-mark questions, diagrams, schematic representation, all those descriptive questions you will finish within the time slot. And after completing your lunch, you have the study sessions of 16 study session plus 1 more study session of half an hour extra margin. So here what you are supposed to refer is, you will be reading your notes and NCERT textbook simultaneously. You will read the notes, one particular question, then you look into your textbook simultaneously, whether what they have given the illustration or diagrams, which labelings is there, everything you will be doing simultaneously. That is, here this particular day is very crucial, you will be studying actively. Okay, so by the end of the day you will be finishing off your revision, both the NCERT textbook and your notes revision. Then before sleeping, just go through with the diagrams, labelings, then schematic representation, and then go to sleep. If you succeed to finish off your NCERT textbook and notes prior 11:20 p.m., what you can do? You can go to bed early. Instead of sleeping 6 hours, you can sleep even for 8 hours so that your mind will be fresh. Or some students will go to bed little early and we will wake up early in the morning on the day of exam and we will try to finish off the things. It is up to you students, you take a call. Either to get up early or you will stay little on the same time. But make sure you're not depriving your sleep or you're not losing your sleep. Okay. Next comes your day of examination, the big day, biology examination. So get up fresh after 8 hours of sleep, your mind will be calm. Have faith in you, stay confident because you already have done your enough revisions. This is the last revision slot for your second PUC biology examination students. In this study session, you are getting 2 complete stretch of study session of 2 hours. Don't take a break. Focus your mind for 2 hours. You'll be just glancing the pages, glancing the topics of 1 mark, terms, definitions, schematic representation, karyotype, genotype, phenotypic ratio, sex determination, then monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, all those life cycles, schematic representation, then biogeocycles, whatever. You'll be just going through, just glancing. So once you are done with the glancing part, close the book. Feel energetic, feel confident, and then go to your exam. Okay, here it completes your study planner. So you can ask me, ma'am, how to do the revision 3 times, whether you have to repeat the same questions for all the 3 times? No. So the first session revision, you will be having 50 minutes, isn't it? In this 50 minutes, you will be studying in detail notes. Whatever notes you are having, handwritten notes or the study material you have from your college or from the tutorials, please go through it. Study effectively, that is, your mind should be there in the book itself. You should not be reading just physically and mentally you will be thinking some other things. Okay, so here I am telling you should study very effectively. So that is a first session, that is for 50 minutes. Afterwards, the second session you will be having to study the things in the NCERT. So you have to read your NCERT textbook, students, for the 1 mark question, for your MCQs, alternatives, then fill in the blanks, then definitions, terminologies, diagrams, schematic representation, everything you have to study on the NCERT textbook. Okay, even if you have to claim any marks in the board examination, you have to give a proof from the NCERT textbook, because the scheme of evaluation will be given from the NCERT textbook, and whatever it is there in your NCERT textbook, that will be taken consideration. Okay, so that's why the reading of NCERT textbook is very important. You should know how to read the NCERT textbook. If you have not seen my previous video on how to read the NCERT book effectively, I will give the description link. Please go through it. Okay, so the second session you will be having the NCERT textbook. So now one time the revision is done from your notes, and second time you are done from your NCERT textbook. Now the third half an hour revision, you have to pay more attention to the likely asked questions, NCERT diagrams, schematic representations, then terminologies and definitions, ratios, karyotypes, years, scientist name, varieties, disease causing organism, all those 1 mark questions and important points from your NCERT textbook you have to revise. Okay, so you have to revise from your self-made notes. Quick glance of your revision notes. And what you can do on the day of exam or day before exam. So I'll be discussing about this in the next section of the video. The day before exam. So what you're going to do? before the day of exam, you'll not be studying very new things. Okay, so whatever you have to study, you have to just revise. The day before exam, don't stress your brain. Okay, if you stress your brain will not work function properly. It will undergo stress condition, and in stress condition the brain does not function well. Even though you know the answer, you will not be getting that answer in the exam hall. Once you come out of the exam, you will tell, "Arey yaar, I just know the answer but I couldn't write it." Why? Because your mind was not paying attention for the questions what you are reading. So you have to keep your mind very calm. So in these 3 sessions, you have to keep a maintain of whatever you have studied, you have to revise. The day before exam, you cannot make some new inventions, isn't it? You have to keep revise, and you make your mind set that the entire academic year you have given your study time, isn't it? You have studied, you have given the test, midterm, then you had a preparatories, then mock test, all those things you have faced. So you know the subject, somewhere in your mind that information will be retained. Okay, stay calm and believe in yourself. Definitely you will be giving your exam 100% well. Okay, so that mindset you have to keep, and the day before exam you have to just revise what you have already studied and revise very effectively. So whatever you study, once you see the topic, close the book and this just recall. If you don't do this recalling step, you will not be scoring good marks, students. I'll tell you. Because most of the students will do revision, but they will lack the recalling step. So if you don't do the recalling step, you will not get the answer in the exam hall. But once you come out of the exam hall, you will remember the answers. Because you didn't give your mind a chance to think what you have already studied. Okay, so this recalling step is very essential. And the day before exam, you have to sleep for 6 hours. Don't stress yourself. If you don't have proper sleep, you will not give your exam in a good way. What happens if you study for the entire night and if you go for the exam, you turn sleepy, you fall asleep, or you will be seeing the question paper, you know the answer, you will be thinking I have to do this answer, but your mind and your hand coordination will not be good. Your mind will be tired and you will not be having enough energy to write the answers, and you become little lethargic. So these are the things will going to happen if you don't sleep properly. So the day before exam, you have to revise, you have to read only known things. Whatever you know already, you just revise repeatedly. Then the third thing, eat proper food, drink plenty of water, stay hydrated, and sleep 6 hours. Complete 6 hours without any distraction. Set alarm for the next day. In the next section of the video, I'll be discussing regarding the day of exam. On the day of exam, you woke after complete 6 hours of sleep, isn't it? You'll be left for some 2 hours in the morning. Don't get up very early or don't get up very late. So have a systematic time. So keep at least margin of 2 hours. In this 2 hours, what you are supposed to study? Can you study the entire NCERT textbook in 2 hours? Is it possible? No. What you can do, if you have already underlined certain definitions, some highlighted lines, keywords, then labelings, diagrams, schematic representation, scientist name, then karyotypes, genotypes, have any schematic representation, diagrams, all those things you just scan at a glance. Here now you need not stress, you already know the answers. Stay confidence in you, within you. If you believe the power within yourself, definitely you will ace the exam. So stay calm, do only these things in the early morning when you get up. Read or finish everything and no need to stress yourself that on the day of exam you cannot read the entire textbook or entire notes or entire syllabus by getting up in the morning. Okay, so this you have to make up in your mind. So on the day of exam you'll be just studying, or you'll be just glancing the pages. Oh, okay, this is the diagram, I know the labeling, so go to the next. You just see it, you already know those information, you have to just glance over the book. Okay, so that you will be doing. Once you are done with your glancing the information, get ready for your exam center. Wear your proper uniform, college ID, then keep your hall ticket, then essentials like pen, preferably use the blue ballpoint pen. Students, please don't use gel pens hereafter. Okay, I know some of the students have messaged that, ma'am, we have done writing in the gel pen and all. Please avoid that. And you'll be having diagrams. Please draw the diagrams in pencil only, students. So then you keep your ruler. Then if you want to make any circle, and for the schematic representation and all, keep the compass with the pencil, and you keep the eraser, sharpener, and avoid correction pens. Don't use whitener pens in the exam hall. Okay, so along with these you carry a water bottle, the transparent bottle, and you're not supposed to carry any board, writing boards, and no pouches, no smartwatches. If you want to keep the calculator, the simple business calculator you have to keep, no scientific calculator, no smartwatches. Okay, so the bell will be given. I once again am repeating you these instructions because don't panic in your biology examination. Okay, this is up to you're getting ready for the exam center. After leaving from the home, what you are supposed to do in the exam center? That I'll be discussing in the next section of the video. For the exam center, isn't it? Stay calm. Why? You already have done your revision 3 times, isn't it? Then how many times you will be revising? Don't open any books, or don't take any chits or any piece of paper or printed materials to the exam center. Just carry your hall ticket, ID card, and the essentials what I have already told you. Okay, stay calm, chill. Before the exam also, after the exam also, you don't discuss any questions with your friends. Why? You just ask me. I'll tell my own experience. You'll have studied in one go or in one flow. And if anybody asks you, hey, did you know this answer? This is very important. You get panic. I have skipped this topic. What if that question comes? You already have studied your entire syllabus. Just leaving one question, that doesn't affect you. You have a lot of choices in the question paper, isn't it? So that type of fear you will get, or sometimes you may get panic and you become little unstable if you come to know that you have not studied and there is only 2 or 5 minutes left for your examination. So avoid this kind of discussion before the examination. Okay. So once you go to the exam hall, you please sit, meditate for 2 minutes and read the question paper completely. Some of the question might be little tricky because this time you have alternative questions and in the fill in the blanks. For both the 2 mains, you will have the answer in the question paper itself. You have to just choose the correct answer from the question paper itself. 20 marks you will get so damn easily. Okay, and it's very easy to lose the marks as well. Okay, so read the question paper effectively. If you have not watched my video on that how to read the biology question paper effectively in 15 minutes, I'll give the link in the description below. Please watch it before going to exam. Okay, so you will read the question paper, then you start answering, and how you can manage your time, and how the strategy you can make to complete the biology question paper soon before the completion of the exam, and how to complete the question paper on before and checking the answer sheet. Please watch my another video on the strategy of time management in the biology examination. I'll give the link in the description below. Please watch it. Okay. So now you have finished the exam. So what next? You have finished your biology exam. I know some of the question will be easy, some of them will be little tricky. Because all type of questions will be there, you should be wise enough to choose the question and answer and come. Now you have finished your exam. Now even if you think after the exam, does your any changes in your answer paper? Does it change? If you think over here and sit and brood here by thinking I left 2 mark question, I left 1 mark question, what is the use? You already have given the paper. Come home, relax, don't discuss anything with your friends. You have given the paper, you come home calmly. Now you focus for the next exam. What happens, you have another exam after this biology exam, isn't it? This is not the last paper. So if you spend your energy for the things which already happened, that doesn't suit you for the next exam. Okay, so whatever it has given, you have to do the exam well. After the exam of finishing, you cannot sit and think for it. Okay, so just leave the rest for the God or for the evaluator. If you have done well and if you have written the correct answer, definitely you will be given justice. Okay, so now come home and start preparing for your next examination. I hope this video was helpful for you and beneficial for you. If you like this video, please take time to hit a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Those who have not yet subscribed, stay tuned for the next upcoming videos related to competitive examination, KCET and NEET exam. All the best, students.